Hello grade 9 learners and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So for today's video lesson, I will be giving another example of applications of quadratic equations. So we are going to solve this problem by applying quadratic equations. Okay, so the problem is Felice drove her car 300 kilometers at a certain average speed. Had she traveled 10 kilometers faster, the trip would have taken 1 hour less. Find Felice's average speed. So in understanding the problem, so let's have the given. So gagamit tayo dito ng representation for the unknown values. So let us represent R as the rate in kilometer per hour and T for time in hours for Felice trip. Ayan. So again, nag-represent tayo ng R as the rate in kilometer per hour and T as time in hour. So we can make use of table para mas madali natin siyang maintindihan. So the first column would be the distance. And then the second column would be the speed. And then the third column would be the time. So remember in physics, the formula is given by R, the rate equals distance over time. So when we are referring to the speed, again, we have the formula rate or S for the speed is equal to distance over time. So our distance in our problem is 300 kilometers. So therefore, our speed is denoted by R and then our time is denoted by T. And then same distance, 300 kilometers. But it says here, had she traveled 10 kilometers faster, so therefore our speed should be R plus 10. Again, travel 10 kilometers faster, the trip would have taken 1 hour less. So therefore, our time is 1 hour less. So that is T minus 1. So we can write equation out of this using the formula R equals to D over T. So for our first equation, we have R equals, our distance is 300 over T. So this will be our equation 1. For our equation 2, so we have here R equals to 300 rather it should be R plus 10 for the speed. R plus 10 equals to 300 over T minus 1. This is our equation 2. Again, nagkaroon tayo ng dalawang equation based dito sa ating table. So we have our formula R equals to D over T. So for our equation 1, we have R equals to the distance over time. So that is 300 over T. And then for the next one is the speed is R plus 10 equals to 300 over T minus 1. So that will be our equation 2. So next, we have here equation 1 wherein our R equals to 300 over T. So pwede nating i-substitute yung value ni R dito sa equation 2. So papalit natin dito sa may R. Okay, let us substitute. So we have here 300 over T. So that will be your R plus 10 equals to 300 over T minus 1. Again, yung value ni R na 300 over T ay sinubstitute natin dito sa equation 2. And then, para ma-clear out natin yung fraction, so we need to multiply both sides by the LCD. Since our denominators are t and t minus 1, so we need to multiply both sides by t, the quantity of t minus 1, times 300 over t, plus t minus 1 times 10 equals to 300 over t minus 1 times, so we have here t times t minus 1. So, lagyan lang natin to ng parenthesis. Yan. And then after that, we need to simplify. And we can make use of cancellation. So, t times the quantity t minus 1 times 300 over t. So, pwede natin itong i-cancel. So, ang matitira na lang ay 300 times t minus 1. Plus, so, pwede natin itong i-distribute. So, we have here 10. Distribute muna natin to. T times t, we have here t squared. T times negative 1 is negative t. Equals, cancel natin tong t minus 1. So, ang matitira ay 300 t. Next, distribute natin yung 300 dito sa t minus 1. So, you have 300 t minus 300 times negative 1 is negative 300. Plus, ganun din. 10 times t squared, you have here 10 t squared. 10 times negative t, you have negative 10 t. Equals to 300 t. And then, we need to write it in standard form. So, we can write it as 10t squared 10t squared plus 300 t and then lipat natin dito sa kabila, so you have negative 300 t minus 10t minus 300 equals to 0. And then, dito natin i-continue. So, you have here 10t squared. So, 300t minus 300t cancel na to. So, you have minus 10t minus 300 equals to 0. So, kung mapapansin nyo, 10, 10, and 300, meron silang common factor which is 10. Okay, so pwede natin siyang i-simplify. So, it will become t squared. So, pwede natin itong i-multiply by 1/10. Sige, multiply natin siya by 1/10. So, you have here t squared minus t minus 30 equals to 0. So, ngayon, pwede na natin siyang i-factor using the general trinomial. So, you have here t and t. So, since negative yung last term, one is positive, the other one is negative. So, 30, so that is 6 and 5. So, negative 6 and positive 5 because our middle term is negative 1. So, negative 6 plus 5 is negative 1. And then, so use the principle of zero product. So, we can write it as t plus 5 equals to 0 and t minus 6 equals to 0. So, t equals to negative 5 and t equals to positive 6. Since, mapapansin nyo, dalawa yung values na pagpipilian natin and time cannot be negative, so we disregard to negative 5. So, i-disregard natin. So, therefore, ang i-consider natin ditong values ay yung 6. Since we are looking for Felice's average speed, murahin natin yung ating solution para dito na lang natin ilagay yung ating conclusion. So, with our formula R equals to 300 km per hour and our time is 6 hours. So, divide lang natin. So, that is 300 divided by 6. You have here 50 kilometer per hour. So, therefore, we can say that at 50 kilometer per hour, Felice travels 300 kilometer per hour in 6 hours. So, let's try increasing her average speed by 10 km at 60 km per hour. Felice travels 300 km in 5 hours. So, therefore, the answer is correct. So, I hope that you learned something today regarding applications of quadratic equations. So, don't forget to like and share this video and see you on our next video tutorial.